Hey guys, this is Mr. Wilson here. Hope you guys are all doing well and hopefully adjusting to this kind of crazy time that we're going through. But anyways, wanted to put a video on for you guys as we start our next lesson. This tool that I'm going to be using, it's called Screencastify. I am fairly new to it, so just bear with me as I kind of learn as we go here. But anyways, our next lesson that I want to start today is the worlds of North and South. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at differences between the northern United States and the southern United States, differences in all sorts of aspects, stuff like differences in their economy, their society, the transportation that they use, all sorts of stuff. It's really important to understand those differences between those two regions of the country because we're getting closer and closer to the Civil War. And in order to understand that huge conflict where we lost thousands and thousands of lives, it's important to first understand the differences that started to kind of slowly occur and slowly change during the 1800s. So that's what we're going to be starting today. Our new learning target, right here, I will just highlight with my cursor, is just simply how is life in the North different from life in the South? So what we're going to be doing in this video anyways, and I think I only have a 5-minute time limit, so I'm going to be probably talking pretty fast, is going over the preview assignment, which I'm going to put onto Google Docs so that you guys can complete, and then talking about a couple images. So we'll start with the preview assignment. Whoops. Here it is. Now it's going to look differently on Google Docs than it does here. You will not have the spoke diagram format. Instead, I will probably just give you a list and kind of in an outline format is what I was envisioning. But anyways, the spoke diagram, what you are supposed to do is put your community in the center. So for us, it would just be Elk Rapids. And I'll have a couple examples in the outline, so this should translate pretty easily. And then you have the different aspects that are in the smaller bubbles around the outside. And these are the aspects that we're going to be examining during the lesson for the regions of the North and South: geography, transportation, society, and economy. And off of each spoke, the examples that are done for you are the specifics. So right here, you have the transportation of Lansing, Michigan involves cars and buses. And if you think about it, Lansing, Michigan is a much larger area than Elk Rapids, so it would only make sense that they have a public transit like buses. For the economy, the example that they have is many people working for the state government, which would make sense because Lansing is our capital. So you'll be doing the same thing, just not in the spoke diagram for Elk Rapids on the Google Doc assignment. So I want to talk about a couple pictures here. First, this one, I mean, it's not a photograph, it's rather a painting, but this shows Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the mid 1800s, and Pittsburgh is in the north. Okay, Pennsylvania is a northern state. And what these questions are designed to do is to just get you to start to look at the major differences between the North and South. So I'm going to walk you guys through these questions, maybe get you thinking along those lines. So this first one says, what are some features of the geography that you see? So if I were to look at this painting, one thing that I notice is the physical geography. So if you look at the landscape, particularly in the background and over here where my cursor is, it's not exactly a flat terrain. It's much more hilly. Maybe you could even say mountainous. So that kind of pops out at you right away. As far as human geography go, you can't really see a whole lot. You can see some people. There's this guy on the rowboat. There's some workers in the factory. But it doesn't show you much about like the culture. That's really going to be explained when we start to look at differences in society. But you know that the people in this picture are working. The next question is, what are some features of the economy that you see? And this one's a bit easier to notice. The kind of right in the center is this factory, right? This kind of takes the centerpiece of the picture. So this factory, we don't exactly know what it is producing. Maybe a precious metal. Maybe it's putting logs, for a logging industry. We're not exactly sure. Maybe they're creating some type of machinery or contraption. We don't quite know, but we do know that it is producing a lot of output, because if you look at the number of boats that are quickly coming in and going out, they're being loaded up. There's a large number of workers there. This looks like quite the operation.